What's up, YouTube? So, in this topic, I'm gonna talk about the reasons and the list of reasons why I hate this reality we're living in, which is called this life, the Matrix, this society, or not even society, yeah, this society too, but this human experience. I'm gonna explain the reasons why I hate this human experience and this human experience from a spiritual perspective, right? And I'm gonna point out the things that's fucked up, and I feel like there's a lot of spiritual corruption that's taking place. I'm not saying I'm right, but this is from my observation, right? And based on my short amount of studying and research when it comes to spiritual topics, right? And what I've experienced from my own personal experiences and from other people's, and from my observation from what other people had to experience, So, list number one, astrology. So, actually, yeah, fuck it, astrology. I hate this human experience because of astrology. Um, if you want to know more about how your life purpose is going to plan out or how your life tendencies is going to plan out, go study astrology. Go learn about your placements, your moon sign, your sun sign, your Saturn sign, all this shit, right? Learn about it, study about it, because what I've realized is the fact that a lot of people they're becoming more aware of astrology, right? Astrology, it doesn't just affect how it doesn't affect your personality traits, your tendencies, and the things you'll experience, right? But astrology, it also predicts the shit that's going to take place and the shit that's bound to happen with a collective, right? I can't go more into detail because I know about it, but I can't explain it. And I'm kind of new to it. But basically, what astrology is, it controls your free will. I mean, you could look at it both ways. You could use astrology to break free from your free will, or you could look at astrology as it's an imprisonment to hold you back from your own free will. So there's different ways you could look at astrology. Me personally, I look at astrology as it imprisons you because all the things we experience, not only from our own personal lives and from a collective, it all deals with astrological influences. You have to study astrology to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Astrology, it pretty much, depending what signs you have, it dictates the type of, like, what your tendencies are, your potential experiences with people, with situations in life. Like, it deals with your upbringing. You could be raised from a dysfunctional family. You could be around abusive people, and all that can happen because of astrological influences in your birth chart. Even from the collective, when the whole collective goes through a mass changes, such as the C word 1-9, when that took place, when that popped off, when other shit popped off, what I've learned from other people, all that shit happened around astrological influences. Even from full moon cycles, eclipse, Saturn retrograde, Mercury in retrogrades, all these fucking Mercury in retrogrades. There's the fact that as a human, you have to experience so much astrological bullshit, and there's the fact that your life is pretty much predestined. Astrology pretty much confirms what the fuck I've been talking about. In my past videos, I'll talk about how, like, everything is pretty much predestined. Yes, I made that up, but I also got these from other people on YouTube who were talking about spiritual shit. They mentioned that, like, pretty much all of your life, everything's planned out. Yes, we have free will, anything could change, but we still have predestined events. We still have destiny. We still have certain events. We still have certain things we had to experience, either good or bad. It's fucked up, right? And that's one of the reasons why I hate this human experience so much, because I feel like it's so controlling. I feel like if you're meant to, like, let's say for example, like me, I'm around dysfunctional abusive family members. I'm also around people who I don't like I have a lot of friends. Like, the people, they're cool with me, but I'm not cool with them. Like, the only reason why I'm with these types of people because I have no other choice but to be around these types of people. If I had a choice to pick any types of people, it will not be the people I'm with right now. I don't like people, at least the people I'm with right now. I don't vibe with them. I don't want to vibe with them, and I don't fucking fit in with them. I have to act a certain way to fit in with them, and I don't like how they're day-to-day lives are. Or I don't like how they interact with people. I don't like how they disrespect other people. I don't like how they talk to me. I don't like how they talk to other people. I'm not with that shit. Even my lifestyle is very different from a lot of people, even from my family members. Completely different. But just the fact that you see how I'm different from my family members and from the people I keep coming across with. Every time I'm speaking something important, I always stutter. Could be a spiritual thing too. But we see there's how there's a pattern, right? Now, all that when I was studying my birth chart and my astrological influences, what I realized was that like all this shit I'm experiencing is it has to do with astrology and astrological influences due to my birth chart. And that's one of the main reasons why I hate this reality so much. I hate this human experience so much because you're pretty much a prisoner. You have no free will. Everything is predestined, everything is controlled. All the bullshit and abuse you're experiencing is predestined. All this shit is bound to happen. You don't have to believe what I believe in. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, but that's my personal beliefs, and that's why I hate this human experience because you pretty much don't have a fighting chance. You have no fucking say so. You know, the only thing you can do is turn your pain into greatness. Like what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make YouTube videos and to speak my mind and to voice my own opinions on how I see shit. You know, especially from a spiritual perspective. Again, I could be dead wrong, but I'm just saying. Like I'm trying to release all that pent up anger. You know, it's bullshit. Um, I will go more into detail in the future, but it's gonna be a quick video. Another reason when it comes to astrology, astrological influences, dealing with my chart, and I use my life examples on why and how I could decode my astrological influences. Like I'm gonna call out the bullshit, you know, on how it keeps me stuck. Also, it, also another reason why I hate this human experience so much is the fact that money restrictions and it's corrupt. So from a third realm, from a human perspective, like of course we have money that controls us. We have money that it fucking like we're as human beings, we have no free will. We have no control. I hate when people say that. You think you have free will and control? Okay, go fucking travel around the world. Go sleep in your house or wherever you live in for a full month and tell me that I guarantee you're gonna have a job, you're gonna have a certain type of career or a boss, and like if you do that, you're gonna miss out on opportunities to where you can't even survive. In order for you to survive, you need to be a slave through money. Even if you have your own business, you're still a fucking slave. You still gotta work for money. Even if you have your own business, you still need money, right? But in order for you to make money, you have to provide service. And what do slaves do? They provide service. People may disagree, but in my opinion, that's the definition of a fucking slave. Where like you gotta do some shit you don't feel like doing, for fucking money or from exchange so where you can survive. I fucking hate that shit, man. It's one thing, even if you are doing your passion, still though, if you're doing your passion, more than likely you still have to provide service from your passions for money so you can survive. Just the fact that we have to do shit so we can survive, that's a huge fucking issue. And that's one of the reasons why I hate this human experience so much. I didn't ask for this. No one asked for this. Some people may blame the collective or other people, ask whatever, but like at the end of the day, as human beings, we have no idea on how the fuck we even ended up in this timeline in the first place. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to just figure all this shit out and not and create my own reality, create my own world where like I don't have to work for money? How the fuck am I supposed to figure that shit out? I can't. I can't even live in a fucking nature in the wilderness by myself. I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get eaten by a fucking wild animal. Like, no, I'm not gonna survive there. But instead, I'm put in a situation where I have to be a slave for fucking money. I gotta be around people I don't want to be around with. I couldn't even get away from my abusive family's household situation because of money. So I was standing there tolerating disrespect and abuse. I kept defending myself. The cops had to be involved. It was causing a lot of unnecessary stress, and I hated these people. I fucking hated them. But I couldn't get out of my household situation because of money. Because money, it restricts you. Bullshit, man. We live in a type of world where like you don't have a fighting chance. What if you're born to like a poor family? Then what? You know, you're not gonna have the right connections. You're not gonna have the right access. It's gonna take you longer to get the shit you want. The more money you have, the more knowledge you have. It's crazy how a piece of paper it dictates how your life is going to be. Pretty much, it's bullshit, man. And not only that, but then the more money you make, then you gotta learn more about credit. You gotta learn more about banks and shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck, you know? Like you gotta learn about all this dumb shit, man. Like like me, like now I'm learning about credit. I'm learning about owning different banks. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like I really gotta do all that shit. I gotta learn about taxes and all this stupid shit, man. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Gotta do a lot of dumb shit just for money. It's not that I'm being lazy either. It's just like I just this human experience is not it. It's really not it, man. And I'm not suicidal or anything. This video is not about suicide. I'm just pointing out what I hate about this society, what I hate about this human experience from a spiritual perspective. Like if I had a chance to reincarnate here, I would never fucking do it. I don't know why. My I've done something bad in a past life. I had to do something bad where I was forced to reincarnate back to here. I had to, you know. If not, then I don't know why I signed up for this shit. Bullshit, man. I have people in the spiritual community who talk about like you have chosen ones going through generational curses and shit, and like to 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 heal your family, break free from them, which I believe. I'm just like, but yeah, but like you're going through a lot of abuse, a lot of torment and pain, and it's just like, wow, this human experience is shitty because no one wants to experience pain or having to endure a lot of bullshit from your family's bloodline so you can break generational curses. I know I don't, but that's how the rules go in this human experience. You have to go through bullshit just to evolve, and that's why I hate this human experience. Another reason why I hate this human experience, again, it's the human body. It's the nervous system. It's the fact that you gotta eat to survive. If you don't eat, you'll die. If you don't take care of your body, you die. I don't mind taking care of your body, but just the fact that you gotta constantly you need clothes, you gotta bathe your body, and the older the human body gets, the more you gotta take care of it, you know? When you're 90 years old and you're still alive, you can't defend yourself. You can't even take off your clothes so you can take a shit. You can't even take off your clothes so you can take a shower. You need someone else's assistance to do that. Shit, you have like the elderly in these in these nursing homes, and some of the elderly people they get abused by these workers and shit. It's on videos and shit, man. I always see videos of like these younger people abusing the old people and the elderly in these nursing homes and shit. And that's why I hate this human experience. Because like, what if that's you? What if you grow extremely old where you can't defend yourself, and you're forced to be placed in the nursing home? And imagine you're just getting abused and shit behind closed doors, and no one knows about it. It's fucked up, right? That's how it is, man. And not only that, but like when you're elderly, the older you get, you can't take care of yourself. You need someone's assistance. You can't do the things you want to do, like run, go outside, play basketball, play football, this and that. You can't even you can barely speak the older you get. Like when you're 90, when you're 100, like it's fucked up, man. And when you die, it's very painful. If you naturally pass away, it's painful. Especially when you. What really freaks me out is the fact that when you got to use a restroom, you need help to do that. You're pretty much a baby all over again. You know, it's fucked up. That's why I hate this human experience so much. There's so much bullshit and dumb shit, especially with these money restrictions, man. You can't do shit without money. You need a car just to travel around and meet different people and to explore. It's fucking ridiculous, man. Um, what else with this? Oh, and also the reason why I hate this human experience so much is the fact that every human being, we're all traumatized, and it's so easy to develop a lot of trauma. It's so easy to develop a lot of pain, and like, and no matter what in this human experience, there's always conflict, there's always war, there's always confusion and chaos. And that's why I hate this human experience so much. Bullshit. There's always conflict, and like now these days, you always hear in this generation people talking about generational curses, trauma, therapy, traumatic experiences, painful experiences, mental health. Just the fact that as a human being, it's so easy to develop bad mental health and trauma, so and deep wounds inside you. It's just the fact that no human being seems sane these days. Well, it's always been like that. No human, like, as human beings, we always have mental pain, and we're always experiencing physical pain. Have you noticed that we're always in physical pain, and we're always in mental pain? We always have a lot of mental trauma. That's why a lot of human beings act fucking stupid. You know, it's because in this reality we're living in, it's like I said before, it's nothing but conflict and suffering and bullshit. When you heal from a certain situation or when you overcome a certain situation, more bullshit experiences will be placed into your life. Like petty bullshit obstacles. It will be so fucking pointless and stupid. Like me, one of my purposes in this life is to break my family's bullshit, which is generational curses and my family's toxic ass bloodline. I'm breaking free from that. This is why I cut all them off. And I'm trying to do better for myself because my family, they're too fucking toxic. And now I got to heal and overcome all the bullshit they put me through, such as traumatic experiences that I got to heal from. And just the fact that as a human being, you, a lot of people have to go through a lot of shit like this. These generational curses, man. These trauma bonds, these traumatic experiences, all these bad mental health, all that shit, man. Not even with that, but like when there's financial curses as well. All this bullshit, man. You know? And I'm just like the human. See how much of a hassle that sounds like being a fucking human. It's fucking ridiculous. Um, what else? And the reason why I hate this reality so much, and I will never reincarnate, is the fact that we're all slaves. Everyone has to work a 9 to 5 job, and if you don't, if you have your own business, you still have to work. You still have to do things you don't feel like doing. You still gotta do shit to be a slave so you can work for money. And you never know when the money system is going to collapse. That's the thing too. The money and as a human, another reason why I hate this human experience is because as a human body, we're so weak. We can't live on our own in nature. In today's society, we can't even build our own house without equipment. But it takes more than two human beings to create a fucking house. It takes a lot of people to create a civilization. I can't fucking say it. I keep stuttering. But you get what I'm saying, right? For human beings to create their own money system. And not only that, but as human beings, we don't have access to spiritual knowledge. We don't know what's going to happen after we die. We don't know what's out there in the afterlife. We don't have spiritual knowledge like that. Only a select few people. But even then, how do we know if they're even accurate? Like, is the internet even telling us the truth? Who runs the government? Is there really corruption going on? Are there different beings out here? Is there evil that's taking place? Are we being controlled? Is there an agenda to take down the human race, the human species? Just the fact that we don't have answers to this, that we lack a lot of spiritual knowledge, that's another reason why I rather not reincarnate back, or I hate this human experience so much because there's a lot of restrictions. You know, it's fucked up, man. We have no free will. We're being controlled by money. We can't do the shit we please to do. We're being slaves from these jobs, and we always got to heal some type of trauma. There's always some bullshit going on. It's so easy to develop a lot of pain as a human being. And what else? Um, oh, and also, and because the human body is so weak and fragile, especially as it gets older, you're pretty much defenseless. You know. Um, and as human beings, we're all just confused. As human beings, we're all just innocent souls who are confused, and we're just trying to do the best what we could do. But we're put in a fucked up society, in a fucked up world where like we're controlled by money. We lack spiritual knowledge. There's a lot of evil shit that's going on, and we have no choice but to be slaves. We literally don't have a choice. People want to get mad at the collective for not making changes, but at the end of the day, it's not our fault because we didn't know what the fuck took place in our past lives. We don't know what took place to the point where we were put in this timeline. Yes, you could study history, human history, but how do we even know if it's even accurate? It could be false teachings. You really never know, you know? And some people do point that out. So there's a lot of conflicting information when it comes to human history and spirituality as well. We don't know what's out there, an afterlife, all this shit. And I'm gonna end it here, but also a lot of human beings I've noticed too, we're all suffering, we're all going through some type of pain, and it's very sad. This human experience is very sad, and I feel bad for people. You know, like as human beings, we don't deserve to go through a lot of trauma, pain, and suffering. We really don't deserve all of this. But instead, we're placed in a fucked up world and a fucked up society to the point where it's so easy to develop a lot of pain and trauma, you know, and it's not our fault as human beings. It's really not our fault. We're just trying to do, we're just trying to do the best we can. But unfortunately, God allows all this fucked up shit to happen, you know, for such a long time. It's fucked up. And yeah, I'm out. That's pretty much all I gotta say. There's probably more that I forgot, so I'll make a part two, whatever. But yeah, that's one of the reasons why I hate this human experience so much from a spiritual perspective. If I had a chance to reincarnate, I would never do that shit. Oh, and also another reason why I hate this human experience is that you could easily create a lot of karma. You could create a lot of karmic debt. So you could be a good person, but let's say you're driving, right? You make one mistake, you could accidentally kill someone. Either your car malfunctions, or you weren't paying attention for 1 second, or you're tired, or you're blinking, or whatever, or you just got distracted. One mistake, and you can accidentally kill someone, and then what? And now you're placed in jail for who knows how long, and now you're unemployed. Now it's hard for you to find a job, and now that leads to homeless, and now you lose all your money, and it just keeps on going down from there. You know, it's so easy to create karma and bad effects, you know. And I think spiritual karma as well, because in the spiritual community, in the spiritual channels, a lot of people talk about like past lives, karmic ties. Me personally, I believe in those. I believe in karmic soul contracts. I believe in karmic ties. And just the fact that as a human, it's so easy for you to create a lot of karmic ties. And who knows, maybe these karmic ties, it will force you to reincarnate in your next lifetime because you got a lot of karmic debt to pay off, you know? And me, I'm not with that. So this human experience, in my opinion, is very risky. And I don't, and if I had a chance to reincarnate, I would never do it, to be honest. I'm sure there's better life out there in afterlife. There's better realities and shit, you know? You never know. But again, just the fact that I don't have a knowledge or know what happens after we die or in afterlife, it shows how fucked up this human experience is. Sorry if it's like a negative video, but I'm just releasing my anger. But, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe, and keep kicking ass in life. And have a good one. Peace.